We are done investing in real estate, right?
Right.
So we bought our first house in 2018, and for almost 5 years later, we talked to our friends in real estate who are also successful investors, and we got the idea to buy, live in for a year, and then rent it out. So that's what we're doing, but it's just not working out. We have a successful real estate team, 2 kids, so needless to say, we are very, very, very busy. This is my husband, Blake, and he is really wanting to continue the path of investing, but it's just, again, not my cup of tea in the way that we're doing it at all.
My goal was to buy one house once every 1 to 2 years, live in it for at least a year. That potentially lower down payment, lower interest rate, and have at least 8 to 10 in the next 10 years.
Yeah, that's not my goal because, again, we have 2 kids and I'm ready to settle down and feel at home. Welcome back to our channel. As I said before, we bought our first house in 2018, and 4 years and 2 kids later, we ended up renting it out to people for $1,850 a month. So we paid $1,600 roughly with our 3% interest rate back in 2018, and then we rented it out for $1,850, so we're netting right around $250. So I just want to preface that the goal is not to become rich off of all of our rentals. The goal is to have an accumulation of rentals so that one day we can give one to each of our sons, sell them off, get a ton of equity out of them. That is the end goal. So if you hear $250 a month and you're thinking that is not a lot of money, it isn't. But the goal isn't to get rich quick. The goal is to have several homes being paid for by renters that we are gaining equity on, that we can maybe one day gift to our sons or just sell off and retire. So that's ultimately the goal. Last year, one of our clients reached out to us and wanted us to list their home for them. We actually had all of the photos taken, and when we went in to see it again, we were like, this might be the perfect rental for us. So we laid out all their options, putting it on the market, possibly getting a higher offer versus not having to put it back on the market and having a valid offer from people that would not charge them a commission. They ended up going with us, and we moved in shortly after, and we've been there for a year. So the goal is to then lease out that home we actually paid about the same as the Gardenia house, which is $1,600 a month. So the goal is to lease this one out for $1,850 as well, and again, net about $250 a month. If it were up to Blake, we would be moving once a year for the next 10, 20 years while we are building our portfolio. But for me, having 2 kids and just wanting to nurture them in a home that has all of the things that I want in it, and I can feel comfortable in putting up all of the picture frames without thinking, oh, we're only gonna be here for a year. That has been on my heart for a long time. So I'm really wanting to find our 5 to 10 year home and stay in it for a long time and then save for investment loans instead of doing it the way that we're doing it now. It's wonderful having the option of having lower interest rates and bringing less down, but is it really worth it for my sanity and my happiness? I don't know. So are we done investing in real estate? Yes, no, but definitely not in the way that we're doing it right now. I'm not for it. If you are single, you don't have kids, or you're just you don't really care about where you live, I think this is the perfect plan for you to buy, live in for a year, take advantage of the possible lower interest rates and possible lower down payment. Keep doing that until you've built your entire rental portfolio. There are so many millionaires that have sold their entire rental portfolio and they're now retired. There was actually someone who started buying real estate at the age of like 18 and then sold at 34 and is now a millionaire, retired. That's amazing. So I encourage you to do that. If you have any questions on how we do what we do, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.